What's up, YouTube? Welcome to one day out from my regional qualifier. I'm fresh out of bed. It's about 7 a.m. I did not sleep the best last night. I got about 5 hours of sleep, so I'm feeling a little bit tired, but we're one day out, and the fun part is I have to make weight around 5 p.m. today. Like I said, it's 7 a.m. right now, so I did just check my weight, but I want to show you guys what it is right now. And I'm going to kind of explain how I'm approaching making weight. So let's see what I weigh right now. So as you can see, I am 237.6 pounds, which is 1.4 pounds beneath my weight cap. So as you might imagine, that's not a ton of room to play with in terms of weight. But I do know yesterday, for example, that I woke up at 238.8 pounds. By the end of the day, I only ended up weighing 241 pounds exactly on the dot. So that was a full day of eating, gallon and a half of water. So I kind of have a good idea of what I can and cannot do. But what I'm going to end up doing, and I'll show you guys this as I go, is I'm literally just going to check my weight every hour. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start very slow here, is I'm going to have some water and hydrate myself because I'm extremely dehydrated right now. So I'm going to do that, and then that'll be the first order of business. And in fact, I'm going to prioritize water more than anything today, because you want to keep water flowing. That will keep you flushing out. And again, I know this from previous experience with myself. So if I stop drinking water, I will not push any more fluid out. And that's when things will be a mess. Then when you go to carb up, it's very hard to get full. So let's get some water in me. So here's the water right here. I'm using distilled. Now, the reason for this is because distilled does not have any minerals in it. Now, I have been sodium depleting for the last 2 days. And what that's helped do is push more water out, push the sodium out. And actually, when you go to then have the carbs and carb up, not only is the sodium depleting going to help me make weight, it also will make the carb up extremely effective, because when you've depleted your body of sodium, depleted your body of carbohydrates, there's this recomposition or supercompensation effect, I should say, that makes it extremely powerful. And you can have an amazing effect from that. So I'm giving myself 23 ounces of this, and I'm also going to make some coffee. So I'll show you guys that. But like I said, I'm going to go very slow here. So I'm going to have this fluid and a little bit of coffee, probably 6 to 8 ounces of coffee. And then, I'm tracking all of this. I'll weigh myself again in an hour and see what I can eat or not eat at that point. I am slowly coming to life as I have this caffeine and fluid. I feel a little bit better. Not that much better, but definitely a little bit better. Out of bed during peak week is pretty brutal, and today was probably the worst I felt, but it is what it is. We're moving forward. So I'm actually going to go and have a special somebody that I'll maybe introduce you guys to shave me. This is a very important part of the process. That's going to take some time, but I'm going to do that right now. About to leave, and then after that I'm getting a massage. My buddy Ben is going to kind of flush me out. So I'll show you guys that stuff. And from there, it just kind of is a crazy day, because I got check-ins at, I think it's 5 p.m., but I have my first coat of tan at 4 p.m. Then I have another coat of tan at 8 p.m. I got to check into the hotel. So there's just a lot of stuff to think about. And this is quite honestly stuff that you really have to plan ahead for. So I have extensive lists and everything. So I have not consumed any more fluid or any food like that. I'll show you guys everything that I'm doing with that. So let's go and get shaved up. Got to my destination to get shaved. The camera woman is going to have the joy of doing that. But first, I need to check my weight, and it's important to do it, I don't know if I said this already, in boxers, because I'm going to have to weigh in my trunk, so I can't strip all the way down, obviously. So I know you guys wanted to see that, probably. Just kidding. Anyway, let's see. 238.4 is what I'm working with right now. So I have 0.6 pounds to spare. Now, the thing is, if you think about it, a pound is 454 grams, okay? So between fluid and food, you could basically split that up. Now, I know if I eat food right now, that even if I go over the cap, I will end up dropping back. So I'm going to have a little bit of something, not very much. Let me get that together and show you guys what I'm going to do and explain my rationale behind it. Now, there's a couple important points to note here. So first of all, remember I told you I'm sodium depleting until I weigh in. So that means that all this food that I'm going to consume needs to have no sodium in it. okay? So these carb sources, and even the way that I, cook this ground beef I have here, there's no sodium, there's no seasonings, there's nothing on that stuff. So now if you do the math, right, I said 454 grams is a pound. I don't want to go above my cap. So like, I could do that because like I said, I will drop back down just knowing how my body responds. But if I do, so I have 0.6 pounds to spare, right? So basically I know that this becomes a math equation at this point. I know I can have about 272 grams of food right now, okay? And remember, I'm going really slow, so I'm not gonna like have this food and then pound water and all this shit, right? So I'm tracking literally everything I'm putting in my body. So what I'm gonna opt for more than anything right now is carbohydrates and some fats, because what I want at this point is to start a carb load, right? Because I'm just the way that this is gonna work, I have to weigh in tonight and then compete tomorrow. I'm gonna be somewhat flat tomorrow no matter what I do, because I know it takes me probably 1,500 grams of carbs to really carb up and fill out, okay? That's just gonna be impossible to get in my system between 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. the next day, right? So we just kind of have to accept that. Now for my this is for my qualifier. For my national show pro qualifier next week, I will be able to weigh in as early as Wednesday and I compete Saturday, right? So that makes a big difference, but we don't have that luxury today. So I'm gonna opt for, again, these foods that are low in sodium, but they're more calorie dense and you're just getting more bang for your buck. I'm gonna get some granola in here. I'm gonna go with 50 grams of that. Let's go 50 grams. Now, dates, okay? Really good source of, I just completely lost train of thought, okay? Dates are a great calorie dense food. They're dry, right? So that's what we want. I'm gonna do 40 grams of that. So it'll take me to 90 on my scale here. And then cashews, okay? Great fat source, and these are unsalted, so that's the important part here. I'm gonna do 20 grams of this, 21 grams, sorry. I just know that's what the fat content should be that I want, just about 10 grams of fat. There we go, okay. So as you can see here, we have 112 grams of food. There's the dates, the cashews, the granola. Now, I can do a little bit of ground beef, which I will do. I'll probably do about 80 grams of that. That's gonna keep me beneath what I said. Remember, this is the amount that I can do, 272 grams. So let's do that right now and see how this goes. Shaved up, that took literally 2 hours, like no joke. And I'm now here at MI40 to get a little bit of massage work done, very light, just some flushing out. You don't wanna do anything crazy, but my buddy Ben offered to do it for me, so I'm definitely going to do that. All the food I've had is what I showed you, so that's it. So let's do this. Just got back from the massage and I weighed myself and I actually fell beneath my weight cap. So not sure if you can see that, please focus. 238.8 is where I am right now. Again, my cap is 239. I have had a total of 75 ounces of fluid, and that's continuing to just flush me out more and more. So I will definitely eat again, but I'm gonna shower first and get everything packed up. And I'll show you guys what I'll have. Basically 3 hours so I can weigh in. I know if I eat again, very small amount of food, I just wanna keep my body processing a little bit, that I'll be good. So I'm definitely feeling a little bit fatigued right now just from how little amount of food I've taken in today. But there's only about less than 3 hours to weigh in, so that'll be good to get that over with, and then the fun will start with the carb loading. You guys will be able to see that because that's gonna be so much fun. So it's time to eat again now, because of the fact, I already explained this, that I only have 0.2 pounds to spare. Now, I'm weighing in 2.5 hours, so I'll keep flushing realistically. But what I'm gonna do is have about 70 grams of total food. So one of these rice cakes, these are lightly salted ones, is only 9 grams. So I'm gonna weigh this all out. I'm gonna have 2 of these. I'm just trying to get something in me just so I don't pass out, because that's how I'm feeling right now. 2 of these, and then I'm gonna have like 30 grams of dates. So remember, I said I wanted like, a total of 70 grams of food, and then throw some cashews in here, about 20 grams. grams. So, we're there. That's 66 total on the scale. All right. There we go. Just about that. So let me show you guys what this looks like. Very pathetic. 65 grams of total food right there. Get the dates, the cashews, and the rice cake. So I'm going to eat this now. Next time I talk to you guys, I'll be at the venue, and I'll have my first coat of tan on, and I'm about to eat some damn good food. First coat of tan is on, although you can't tell with my face because I'm not getting it done on there. And I need to go weigh in right now. I feel horrendous, absolutely terrible. I've not eaten since I showed you guys that. I haven't drank water. I'm 238.4. So I just want to get this over with and go weigh in. I think it's actually where I'm going is like right there. So I believe that's the venue over there. There's the beach. Let's see if I can zoom. Up there, see that? That's the beach, St. Pete Beach. So we are, St. Petersburg, Florida. I made weight at 236 pounds. 236.6 pounds. Their scale was definitely a little bit lighter than mine. Literally, this might be the worst I've ever felt in my life. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic. I've had some water now. I was pushing there. Here's a meal. 200 grams of jasmine rice, 100 grams ground beef, 28 grams cashews. I threw on some Jihu's sweet Thai chili sauce because I get to add sodium back in. And I got 40 grams of dried mango right here and 4 chocolate rice cakes. So dig in. I'll show you guys what I look like once I start filling out a little bit because your boy can't think straight at all right now. So let me get moving on this and then I'll check back in. I lied, I wanted to say something. Eating food again with sodium, best thing in the world after you haven't had it. Going back to spring water, best thing in the world after you haven't had it. Distilled, oh, gross, low sodium, gross. Got to do this all again next week, but let's just focus on this show. Let's focus on knocking this out, and I'll show you guys meal by meal, look by look how we're moving. So let's do it. So I just got a second base coat, which I've never done before. It almost looks like what I would get in the mornings. I am trying to like show you guys how I look right now. This is kind of difficult, but let me just show you a quick check. Starting to tighten up. Not the best lighting in the world, but I'm gonna set the camera up and run through some poses after I eat this next meal, which let me show you guys what that is. It's cooking up right now. I got bacon, sweet potato fries, and there's burgers in there. I actually opted for cooking it myself, doing it here because I've had, or heard, I should say, way too many horror stories of guys getting food poisoning the night before, just eating out and stuff. So I don't even want to do that. I've tested this exact meal so many times when I've been carbing up and refeeding. Not carbing up, refeeding is what I should say. So that's what I wanted to do. But this meal, I believe, I have it on my phone. Let me check exactly how many macros this is. So as you can see here, I am tracking literally everything. You can see like that was the last meal I had. Although I did have ground beef instead of chicken. I should remove that. I had 4 rice cakes as well. And then you see my weights here keep dropping because I'm drying out as I'm going. And then here's the next meal. There it is. So I'll show you guys when that is prepared and ready and how delicious it'll be. Burgers are done. All thanks to Miss Maggie behind the camera, which I'm gonna have to introduce you guys to her because it's about that time, I think. It's about that time. Anyway, that's besides the point right now. We have an air fryer in here. Look at this. Look at this setup. Again, all thanks to Maggie. This all was cooked in there. There's a full bag of Alexia sweet potato fries here. There's 2 93.7 ground beef patties. These are brioche buns. And there's 4 strips of bacon. Now I'm gonna roughly do like 30 grams of this guac. Now, here's the thing, guys. Like, my fats are a little bit higher for what I'm doing here. But I know from experience that I need the fats with the carbs to fill out because otherwise I will just burn through this, okay? That is a big thing. People, carbing up, yes, is about carbs. However, you need to also make sure, I totally forgot to put the bacon on there. What am I doing? You need to make sure that you're also holding it down, okay? And so a lot of people neglect that and don't understand that. But It's important, trust me on that. And again, I've tested this repetitively for weeks, months at this point. So I have a good idea of what I need. And again, I wasn't able to carb up exactly the way I want to because of the fact that I had to make weight. So for Universe next week, whenever you're watching this, it's going to be the week of Universe, but I'll be able to weigh in as early as Wednesday and have days to fill out. So that carb up will look different, and I'll show you guys all of that. So we're going to put some generous amount of ketchup here. Again, this is a full bag of these fries. So let's enjoy this, man. This is going to be great. And then we'll run through some posing whenever I am processed this food. Last meal going down, and there's one more thing we're going to show you after this, which is a surprise, but you might know. We'll see. So I made a call after talking to a couple of people that I trust a lot. I need more sodium and I need more dirty food at this point because I have a decent bit of filling out to do, as I kind of explained earlier. So I got a sub from Wawa. So you can see here it's an Italian sub. It's going to be higher in sodium, which is what we're looking for. And then these pretzels, again, like 70 grams of carbs in here. And then 4 caramel rice cakes, actually sunflower butter, because that's just what we have on hand here. And 20 grams of raisins, 20 grams of dates, I already ate those. So, gonna put this back, and then there's one more thing before I sign off to go to sleep for the night. You guys are not gonna wanna miss that. So, let me eat this and then show you what that is. As promised, here is the final thing of this video. First of all, I wanna say thank you guys for sticking with me through this video. It's been quite an eventful day. I'm really ready for tomorrow. It's gonna be great. So let's celebrate party style. Here, come here. So, here's what we're doing. 1800 tequila, 2 shots. You can sit on my lap, hold on, once I grab these. 2 shots of tequila. I have not had alcohol since January. It's, what, June? The end of June, it's almost July.
Yeah.
So, this is gonna be great. So we got both cameras running. We got that one, we got this one. So, let's do some cheers. She's taking 1 shot, and I am taking 2.
All
right, let's do it. Oh, 1 down. It's actually pretty smooth. I'm being a little bit dramatic. Here's number 2. The things we do to dry out passion. This is everything.
Yeah.
That's it for this video. You guys have a great day or night, depending on whenever you're watching this. Make sure you check out the show day video. Apparently I missed some. It's gonna be legendary, but I'm gonna hit the bed now, get some sleep, and wake up really dry, and let's have a great show day tomorrow. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you in that show day video.